So this lesson goes over the side splitter theorem. So we're going to be working with parallel lines. So remember that we talked about how parallel lines could be proven true by basically a lot of different angle relationships. One of the most common one we found was that when corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. So now the side splitter tells us that, again, when we have a line draw parallel to any side of the triangle, the sides are going to be split proportionally. So what that means is that here we see that BC is parallel to DE because of the arrows. We now know, because of this, that there is a ratio between the pieces of the lines that are formed by that split. Similar to the angle bisector theorem that we talked about in the previous lesson, right? We now have basically an amount that is cut off from our top triangle, and our ratio of our smaller to cut off is the same on both sides, right? So we're doing we have our triangle on top. We can call that like the top triangle over the cut off piece, the top over the cut. So if we look here, write a proportion for each of the following triangles given that the lines drawn inside are parallel to their base, right? So we have parallel to the base. So now let's look. So we have our top triangle up here, and then we have the sides that are cut off. So the side here is XB over AX should be equal to the other top piece, which is BY over CY. So again, we have a parallel line, so I'll draw my arrows. Here's my top triangle. Here are the pieces cut off. So I have PR over RQ is equal to PS over TS, or we'll call it ST. So again, we're making a proportion using the top portion of the top triangle that's formed by that parallel line and the amount that's cut off from each side. So there should be a proportion. So now in the diagram, XY is parallel to AC. Use the diagram to answer the following. If BX equals 4, BA equals 5, and BY equals 6, what is BC? So let's look and break this diagram apart. So I have a triangle up here. So I have BX is 4. And do I have BY? Yes, I have BY is 6. And now, if I look at the amount that is cut off on each side, I have that. Let's see. So I was given BX, BA, and BY. So BA is actually the entire amount. BA is actually 5. So if I just want the amount that was cut off, if the top is 4, then this would be 1. And this is what I am looking for BC. So I need to figure out what this guy is in order to find out what BC is. Right? So what I am ultimately solving for is the entire length of BC. But I first need to find out what that purple piece is in order to find BC. So we have the top is 4, cutoff is 1, top is 6, cutoff is unknown. Cross multiply. So x will be equal to 3/2. So to get BC is equal to our original 6 plus 3 over 2, which is 1.5, which is a total of 7.5. Now, If bx is equal to 9, ba is equal to 15, and by is equal to 15, what is yc? So I am just going to redraw these triangles just because it's a little hard to sort of like redo it. So we have our triangle, our parallel line. So let's label A, X, B, Y, and C. So if BX, so that's a part of the top triangle. So if BX is now equal to 9, if BA, so the entire thing is 15, right? And BY is 15, what is YC? So again, here, BA is the length of the entire side. So I would do 15 minus 9 to get the bottom portion is 6. So that was the amount cut off. So I'm looking for the other purple piece. So top is 9, cut off is 6, top is 15, cut off is X. So we're going to solve by cross multiplying. So first we have to do 15 times 6, which is 90, equals 9x. And we can see that x is going to be equal to 10. So here's our two types of problems we're going to use the side splitter for. So in the diagram below, BE is parallel to CD. If AD is equal to 12, so that's their entire length, ED is equal to 8, so that is the cutoff piece at the bottom. So if this is equal to 8, BE is equal to 9, find the length of CD. So here we're going to have to again set up another proportion. So we have to look at the actual sides of a triangle. So the entire thing is 12. So then if this is 8, then this is 4. So we're looking really at two similar triangles now. So we have the top triangle, which has a side of 4 and 9. And then the larger triangle, right? Because this is A, B, E, and this is A, C, D. And since these two triangles are similar, we will now be able to set up our proportion 4 over so x will be equal to 27. And now for the side splitter, BE is parallel to CD. If AD is 12 again, ED is 8. And now they're giving us BC is 9. Find the length of AB. So this is where we're actually splitting up the sides. So the top over the cutoff is equal to the top over the cutoff. So when we're talking with the full sides, like here, we are looking more so especially when we're talking about this bottom piece, we're looking more about how the parallel line creates similar triangles and using that to sort of set up the proportion. Whereas with the side splitter and actually splitting up the sides, we're looking at the top compared to the bottom. Okay, so now, given the diagram, we're told that these two angles are congruent. Since those are corresponding angles, I know that the sides are parallel. So we want to find AB. So if I'm looking at AB, AB is the bottom. So we are looking for here. So we're going to be looking at these two triangles separately as two sort of similar triangles. That's not a triangle, right? So we have 5 and X for A, C, B. And then we're going to have F, C, E with 12, and this entire length is 8. So now we will solve for X. Again, corresponding sides, I set up the proportion. So 60 equals 8X, divide by 8. X is equal to 7.5. In the diagram below, E is a point on AD, B is a point on AC such that EB is parallel to DC. If AE is equal to 3, so AE is right here, AE is equal to 3, ED is equal to 6, and DC is equal to 15, find the length of EB. So again, we're going to be looking at these as similar triangles. So we'll have A, B, E that has length 3 and X. Then we have our larger triangle, A, C, D, with 15 and 9, because 3 plus 6 gives us 9. So now 9 over 3 equals 15 over X. 45 equals 9X. X is equal to 5. So we're given parallel lines, PR is 12, whereas RQ is going to be 8. And then we have PS is 21. We want to know the length of PT, which is the entire thing. So in order to find the length of PT, we need to find the amount that's been cut off. So top over cut. So first we do 8 times 21. 168 equals 12X. Divide by 12. X is equal to 14. So that's the amount that's cut off. So PT is equal to 21 plus 14, which is 35. So we have our parallel lines here. AT is 5. So AT is 5. TB is 7. AV is 10. Find VC. All right, this is very straightforward. Top over cut is equal to top over cut. 70 equals 5X. So 70 divided by 5 is 14. Given the picture below with DE parallel to AC, write two different portions that are true. Okay, so I know that DB over DA, or BD over DA, is equal to BE over EC because of the side splitter. But I also know that I have two similar triangles, so I can also say that BD over BA is equal to DE over AC. Now for your homework, parallel lines, they have it labeled for you, which is nice. So I'm looking for the bottom, so I'm going to be looking for similar lines. So the bottom pieces, I will put, so let's see, 3 over, not 2, excuse me, 3 over 5, because that's the entire length, is equal to 6 over x. So you're going to solve and you should get 10. Okay, so now we got some algebra going on. We've got parallel lines. We have AC. AC is x minus 3. BE is 20. AB is 16. So we have 16, x minus 3, 20. And then AD, which is the whole thing, is 2x plus 2. Find the length of AC. So I want to know what this guy is going to be. Well, what I was doing before was subtracting what I knew from what I had to get the amount that's cut off. So let's try that, which gives us x minus, because the sides flip. So we have x plus 5 down here. So if we do 16 over 20 equals x minus 3 over x plus 5, we'll have 20x minus 60 equals 16x plus 16 times 5, which is 80. Move things around to get 4x equals 140. Yep. And then divide. X is equal to 35. Now I want AC, which is equal to x minus 3. So 35 minus 3 gives us 32. Okay, parallel lines, start marking it up. AB is the entire length, that's 8. DB is this piece, which is 6. BC, the entire length, which is 16. We want to know the measurement of BE. So if I was going to do top over cut, I would have to know what EC is. EC is whatever's left over when you take away x. So top over cut, 8x equals, so first 16 times 6, which is 96 minus 6x. Add 6x to both sides. 14x equals 96. 96 divided by 14 gives us an ugly number. So x is equal to 6.9 when you round to the nearest tenth. In triangle ABC, D is a point of AB and E is a point on AC. So first let's start drawing A, B, C. D is a point on AB and E is a point on AC, such that DE is parallel to BC. If AB is equal to 12, so the entire thing, AC is equal to 15, AD is 8, find the length of AE. So if this is 8 and this is 4, So 8 over 4 is equal to x over 15 minus x. 4x equals, let's do 15 times 8, 120 minus 8x. We're bringing 8x over, and we're going to get that x is equal to 10. This one they have a picture for us. So because we know that those two are right angles, they are corresponding, the lines are parallel. So I will be able to use my proportion, right? So they have everything labeled for us. We're dealing with a similar triangle, so I'm looking at my new over the original, which in this case I do not know because I'm missing that piece, is equal to new over original. So 4x is equal to 8 times 6, which is 48. So x is equal to 12. So 12 is the entire piece. So AE is 12 minus 8, which is 4. So we have parallel lines given to us. The ratio of AD to DB is 2 to 5. Again, when you see the ratio like that, right, it's 2x, 5x. And CE measures 6. Find the measurement of EB. So, actually for this one, because we're doing ratios, you don't even need the x's, right? Because the ratio should be 5 over 2, x over 6, 2x equals 30, x is equal to 15. So if the entire thing, okay, so we're splitting this one, right? Because we're looking at the individual pieces. If this is 7 and that is x, this piece will be 7 minus x. So 6 over x minus 9 equals 7 over 7 minus x. So we have 7x minus 63 equals 42 minus 6x. Move the 6x over, and you will get 13x. Move the negative 63 over by adding, and we get 105. This is going to be an ugly number, isn't it? Yep. X will be 8.1 when you round to the nearest tenth.